Okay, this is going to be totally ad hoc. I just put on some light clothes because I'm downstairs underneath the deck, the patio in the house. It's where I keep my heavy bags. I don't have a partner, so I can use a heavy bag to represent a partner in the sense that whereas a partner can push me, a bag can push me if I push it slightly away and then let it settle into me. So this represents a consistent, steady push into me while I'm doing this. Basically, what I wanted to say has to do with jing. And to start off the discussion, this is a beanbag. If I put it on my head, then I let it, okay, the weight is now resting through me or onto me and into my feet. If I am a typical Westerner, I carry a load on my head by sort of slightly tensing my muscles and keeping the structure upright like that. But what you do if you're somebody who's accustomed to carrying a weight or a bag, you allow the weight to go through your structure, your frame, to your feet. So what I want to do is relax and try to let the weight of the bag rest purely on my feet. If it's resting on my feet, then I'm not using a lot of muscular effort to hold it up. I'm just using the postural muscles that it takes to keep my frame from falling over. So the ground now is bearing most of the weight of the load on my head. And the way the mind, the subconscious can handle that, the way it can handle a weight pretty much at a fixed distance from the ground through your frame, is that it handles all the little small muscles that make the micro adjustments to keep your frame upright. So you don't have to worry about it. And that's true, I can let the weight of the bag rest on my feet, and in between I can keep my weight, my body very loose and wiggle it, without it really affecting the bag. We have this ability to do it. We can carry loads, and our body immediately compensates for the fact that you've put an added load onto your side here, or if you were carrying a backpack, it'll adjust the way it calculates the body verticality and so forth, or just keeping it upright from gravity, because that's part of what the subconscious does. Okay, so when I have a load coming in, I basically let it rest on the ground, and I let the postural muscles or the postural micro adjustments, whatever they are, handle the load. Now, what I've done essentially is balance the load of this onto the ground. Okay, so that's a balance. All right, now if something is coming in from the side, okay, let's say I was holding the beanbag like this. I can do the same thing. I can hold it here, let the ground hold it, and I can relax. Okay, so that's basically what a jing path is. You let the ground hold the load in the case of upward forces, and you relax the rest of the body and let the subconscious do its work. Now, if a load comes in from the side, and I use this bag to represent that, I push slightly. Now the load is coming in. Now what I want to do is relax the push completely into my foot. Okay, so I let my foot hold it, and if my foot's holding it correctly and the subconscious is taken over to maintain the structure, then I should be able to move. Even if I increase the load, I should, I basically, now my ability to hold the load depends on how strong my frame is, not how much effort I'm putting into it. If I don't have a strong frame, then I'm probably going to resort to tensing muscles, and that's what you want to avoid. To avoid that, you need to build up your frame and your connective tissue. In other words, or another way of saying that is build up your chi and hold it with the chi rather than with the muscles in the shoulder and so forth like that. That's the difference normally between a beginner and someone with more experience, is how much they've developed the chi of the body, the connective structure that augments your normal strength. Okay, so what I was going to say here is that this frame, this right angle, basically represents my vertical body and this arm out to here. Okay, so that's my arm against the bag, and this should be resting on the ground, but just it doesn't matter for this example. So what I can do is if I'm allowing this push inward from the bag, I want it to go to the foot, so the actual force is going to go, the actual force goes to here. Okay, and this is the frame that supports that push from here to here. See, so I can push the bag in this direction with my hands by pushing here, and so that's the force line, and this is the structure that supports the force line. Okay, so this would be the jing path, and this would be the path of the qi. The qi supports the jing structure. Okay, so if I can do that, then I can bring the solidity, the supporting strength from the ground to my hands. Okay, and so if I'm pushing hands or chi sao or rolling hands, whatever, I just allow any push to go through me to the ground. It's when you try to stop it with your muscles between your hands and the ground that's what they say your chi rises. If you allow the strength from the ground to constantly just be at your hands or in your hands, then you have sunk your chi, and you want to keep the source of your forces always from your feet if you can. That just needs to be a standard practice. Okay, so it comes there, and there are a number of modifications and things that work further along in jing. We could say that, for instance, here's the bag pushing against me, and I'm stopping it with my hands and letting it go to the foot. That would be what I would call sort of a linear jing. If I accept the push and I accept the mass and the structure of this bag or the person pushing me into me, then we become one unit. And I can move this unit by moving my middle very, very easy, or moving with my mass and momentum. So that's what we'll probably do on another video. So anyway, I hope that helps. I'll do a post on this.